Hello, welcome to the video. In this example, we're given a scenario. So somebody, Joe, has been saving money in his piggy bank all year, and on December 1st, he starts spending the money to do his holiday shopping. So two random variables are defined here. They're going to let M be the amount of money that remains in the bank, and we're graphing that on our vertical axis. And D are the days after December 1st. In other words, how many days it's been since he started spending money, and we can see D is being graphed on our horizontal axis there. If you had drawn this graph, of course, you would have put in labels, so you would have said days since December 1st. And you'd want to make sure to label it in words and units. We're counting in days. It's not the hours since December 1st or the month since December 1st. And the label on our vertical axis is the amount of money that remains in the piggy bank in dollars. So amount of money left, and then we usually put our units in parentheses and say in dollars. That lets us know that it's not cents. We're not saying if, for example, we had 22, it's not 22 cents or $22,000, it's $22. All right, so now let's work through the questions that are asked here. The first thing they want to know is how much money is left in the piggy bank 5 days after December 1st. So the value they're giving me there is a 5. Lets me know I'm going to be looking for a 5 somewhere on this graph, but I have to decide if the 5 I'm looking for is an M or a D. In other words, is the 5 I'm looking for an amount of money, or is it a number of days? And we can see by the units there, it's a number of days. So the 5 they've given us was a D. So I go to that axis for days, and I go to the value 5, right there between 4 and 6. And then I'm going to go up till I hit my line, my linear model, and then I'm going to look over and see what the corresponding M value is. And when I get over there, I see that the corresponding M value is an 8, and then I want to attach units to that. The units of this are dollars, so it tells us there's $8 left. Fill that in, $8 left. All right, let's switch colors and look at part B. After how many days will $12 remain in the piggy bank? So the number we're given to look up is 12. We want to decide if that's an M or a D. So the units on that are dollars. When we look at our graph, we see dollars corresponds to M. Money, right? So this is an amount of money they've given us. So I'm going to need to look up 12 on the M axis. So I go to that value of 12 on the M axis, and I go across, see where it lines up with my line, and then I look down and see that my answer, my corresponding D value is 4. What does that 4 represent? It represents 4 days since December 1st. So after how many days will $12 remain? After 4 days. And a really good answer would say after 4 days, $12 remain. All right, let's switch colors again and look at part C. Part C says, how much money was in the bank before Joe started spending? So before Joe started spending, so when was that? What day was that? If we're counting the days since he began spending, well, before he started spending, that would be on day 0. In other words, D equals 0. So to find D equals 0, we go to that horizontal axis. 0 is right there at the beginning, and we go all the way up to see what the value of M was when D equals 0. We see it's right there. That M intercept tells us the value. So it's going to be 28. So we'd say there was $28. We'd say $28 originally, indicating when everything began, there was $28. All right, and finally the question they ask here, switch colors one more time. After how many days will Joe be out of money? So if he's out of money, that means his money is 0, so 0 is going to equal something. The variable for money here, the amount of money, was M, so we're looking at the case where now M equals 0. So if I look on my M axis, I go all the way down to 0, there it is, and now I look over to see what's happening with the D variable, and we see we're landing, the line crosses that, the value M equals 0, when D is right in between 6 and 8, so D is at 7. So we would say here, after 7 days, Joe will be out of money.